Alright. Why is my shit not working here? What's up, Smelly? How's it going, dog? All of a sudden, my Caster Labs thing's not working. So, this kind of sucks. This app has caused me so much grief. So, I don't know if I can... You know, like the chat that shows up on the stream that combines all of them. Dude. Whatever. I don't really want to fuck with it too much and waste time. But whatever. I'll figure it out at some point. It's just like... Maybe I need to make a new one? I'll make a new one. Hmm? Nope, doesn't work. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'll worry about that some other time. I can still pull this up. All right. Yep. How you doing, Smelly? How are we doing today? Man, this is irritating. My Coke. I'm into my Coca-Cola. But when the Jews cracked the whip. Not sure what you mean by that. Clean up some of these tabs. Alright. So, how is it going? How's it going, everybody? Sure you could probably tell by the title what we're going to be talking about today. Who the fuck is messaging? Fucking kumquat. Alrighty. I guess we should just dive into it, huh? Just the latest on the Epstein drops. But I guess we could put this all into context, right? Why is MAGA dead? What is Bro, I'm gonna karate chop kumquat, I swear. Yeah, get back to work. Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get back to work. Yeah. It's cooked, man. It's absolutely cooked. I guess I'll just read through this. Epstein Files live updates. Trump named in emails released by Democrats and Republicans. Messages in which Jeffrey Epstein discussed President Trump were among 20,000 documents posted online. A lot of documents. Mr. Trump blamed Democrats as the White House rushed to block further revelations. Here's the latest. The mocking and accusatory voice of Jeffrey Epstein emerged from a trove of more than 20,000 emails made public by lawmakers on Wednesday, including his claim that President Trump once spent hours at my house with a young woman who later accused Mr. Epstein of sexually abusing and trafficking her when she was a teenager. In a series of emails with friends and associates surfacing first in a few messages selected by House Democrats, and then in full by Republicans on the House Oversight Committee, Mr. Epstein described Mr. Trump as a quote-unquote dirty businessman who was borderline insane, untrustworthy, and worse in quote real life and up close end quote than the image he sought to portray to the public. It's like the pot calling the kettle black, huh? This is from Nancy Mace. My heart and my pain is with the Epstein victims. Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina, one of the 4 Republicans who supported the House-led effort to release the Justice Department files related to Jeffrey Epstein, said outside the Capitol. She added that President Trump had, quote, been so good to survivors of sexual assault. I've supported him because he's protected women, she said. What's up, DeAndre? How's it going, dog? We're talking about the big document drop. Big document drop that dropped today, naming Trump in these Epstein files. Michael Wolff, writer, reporter, columnist, author, and would-be mogul, has spent his long career building his profile as an insider with gossip on New York luminaries that sometimes draws scrutiny from his peers. That profile expanded on Wednesday. Mr. Wolff, it turns out, has been enough of an insider that he once provided advice to Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced sex offender, on how to handle his dealings with Donald J. Trump, who was running for president at the time. Does not work. I want you to realize that the dog hasn't barked as realize that that dog that hasn't barked as Trump, the victim, which is redacted, spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned, police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. This is from Epstein to G Max. Who's G Max? Is this still Michael Wolff? Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell, of course, Ghislaine Maxwell. Duh. Mar-a-Lago. Redacted. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever. Of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Where's the chat? Boomer typing never fails. Made us fall for it again. Fuck MAGA. Fuck libtards. Yeah. Yeah, the chat's broken. Caster Labs is cooked right now. I don't know why. It's just fucked up right now. I love it. I love how this app just breaks sometimes for no fucking reason. I do literally nothing and it's just broken. That's great. I love that. That's fantastic. Ugh. I'm gonna just make like a new one. Like, ugh. I don't know. Whole thing is cooked. Boomer tech. Okay, okay, you never pay attention to chat anyway? That's crazy. That's crazy. Don't read that out loud. Oopsies. Got a date with the red hair alt girl on Saturday, expanding your horizons. Alt girl, huh? Yeah? You guys gonna talk about how much you guys hate Trump or whatever? Trump sucks. I know, right? I know, babe. Do not go with the alt girl. Do not go with her. No, no. Kumquat says no, don't do it. Dude, this is... Can I, like, fucking... Okay, hang on. I have an idea. Boomer tech moment. We're gonna, hang on. Does this just not fucking work? What? Hang on. No, this is not what I wanted. Window capture. What is the source on this? Hang on. Okay, so this is just cooked. This is just fucking cooked. Like, it's just not even capturing. Is this an OBS problem? I'm about to crash the fuck out, man. You just have to be kidding me right now. Dude? Maybe, all right, maybe I need to restart Caster Labs. Give me a second. Let me just restart Caster Labs. Again. Okay, so now it shows the window. See that? Hang on. Oh, is it working? Is it working? Let me see. No, it's not. Oh, wait, it is. This is cooked. Let's just delete that. Don't you guys love tech problems? I fucking love tech problems, man. When everything works the day before, and then for no reason, everything just breaks. Like crack, you can't stay away. Sheesh. Alright, somebody say something in chat. Let's see if it's fixed. Can you even read that? Dude, this white background is like, I'm getting flashbanged here. Here, Kumquat, type something in chat. Okay, alright, enough typing, enough typing. Enough typing, that's enough. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I think it's working now. Good. Problem resolved. Where were we? What were we talking about? You know what, let's just switch to Rerum Novarum. Let's just recap it this way, man. Fuck the New York Times, this is hurting my eyeballs. Alright. Recapping from today. Armenia establishes new foreign intelligence agency with the help of the CIA and MI6. Yeah, Armenia is now firmly in our sphere of influence. Had you biting your fingernails didn't die? No. I'm like... What? Okay, so there's an N-word tower in on my stream. Big whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, the N-word. I'm getting all hot and bothered by the N-word and the Big 25. Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat. Anyway. No, Kumquat, stop, don't do it. Yeah, you give yourself too much credit, bud. Alright. Like concrete evidence of an IED being there in the car. Oh yeah, the car blast in New Delhi is yet to be found. No wires, timer devices, detonator. Okay, whatever. Ammonium nitrate. Interesting. Assassination attempt. Okay. Bangkok and let's just get to the American news. The US has lost 50,000 jobs in October, the biggest drop since COVID 2020. Dude, this country's so fucking cooked, man. Golden age, a golden age. And I'm sure you guys have all heard Trump wants to bring in 600,000. I think that's what, a 3x increase of this year. With 600,000 Chinese students, citing the black colleges and universities as the reason why we need to keep them in business. So we need 600,000 more Chinese students. That's awesome. That's excellent. It's an Indian false flag to distract from the poop debacle. Imagine they need to garner sympathy. they're down that horrendous. Breaking. President Trump pens a letter to his Israeli President Herzog calling on him to fully pardon Prime Minister Netanyahu. Yeah, in case you guys didn't hear about this, just in case you needed more evidence that President Trump is totally bought and paid for, totally owned by Israel. While I respect the independence of the Israeli justice system, Prime Minister Netanyahu stood and fought alongside me for a long time, including against the tough adversary Iran. It is time to let Bibi unite Israel now that we have achieved unprecedented successes. I hereby call on you to fully pardon Benjamin Netanyahu, who has been a formidable wartime president. Okay. Who hasn't had a friend that was borderline insane? Yeah, so true, right? We've all been there, right? We've all had that friend that is worse in private than in public or whatever. We've all had that friend that likes to fuck kids, right? That likes to go to islands and, you know, the homes of pedophiles to allegedly have sex with children. That's totally normal. Anyway. Yeah, do we really want to read this whole, like, this fucking letter? Do we... You got some weird friends? I was being facetious, kumquat! Fucking head ass. US B-52 bombers, Baltic Sea. Yeah, do we really, like, want to really read this? This just... How many paragraphs? 1, 2... Not really paragraph. 3... We'll say 4. 4 paragraphs of just sucking Israeli cock. Sheesh. Speaker, read me the story. Which story? Which story are you talking about? We're going through the Epstein files as they come up, but this is all news related to America. Because I was on the New York Times, but it's burning my eyes. I don't really like the white screen. Yeah, read you each page. Yeah, I'll read them as they come up, kumquat. Jeez, can you give me a fucking second? I'm getting to it. I gotta go through all of today's, like, bullet by bullet point news. Here we go. Here's the first post by Rerum. Breaking. Emails released by the House Oversight Committee show Jeffrey Epstein mentioning Donald Trump multiple times by name. The emails also reveal Epstein and Jeffrey Wolf discussing the idea of blackmailing Trump as he launched his presidential campaign in 2015. Quote, the victim spent hours at my house with Trump. I want you to realize the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Trump said he asked me to resign from Mar-a-Lago. Never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. I think that's in reference to the girls that were being like scalped from Mar-a-Lago to go work for Jeffrey Epstein. I think you should let him hang himself. If he says that he's never been on the plane or at the house, that gives you valuable PR and currency. So this implies obviously that he has been on the plane, which we knew, that he has been to the house, which, you know, which I guess has been verified in these emails, or at least that's the accusation. If it really looks like he could win, you can save him, generating a debt. Blackmail. No, Trump didn't go to the island. He innocently rode on the airplane. Virginia Joffrey and others said Trump did nothing wrong. That is true. Virginia did say that Trump didn't do that. House does not equal island. What this is, even if Trump did or did not go to the island, he's associated with a serial pedophile and Mossad operative. That's what this is. That's what they're saying. When was this Wolf or was this yeah, I think this is Wolf that says this. I think you should let him hang himself if he's says that he's never been on the plane or at the house. That gives you valuable PR and currency. Even just by association. I don't think this exonerates Trump. Why is the White House rushing to prevent further I don't want to say leaks, but releases? At the very least, I think, look, if this exonerated Trump, don't you think Trump would have released these a long time ago? I don't think that's how he sees it. I don't think that's how the GOP sees it. But yes, Epstein was a big-time funder. He talked to a lot of important people innocently. Yeah, if I were a betting man, I would bet money that Trump was doing things he shouldn't have been doing with underage women. If I were a betting man. But yeah, the fact, if you think this exonerates Trump, I don't know what you're reading, to be honest. Like I just said, if that were true, don't you think Trump would have released these? All Trump wants is power. I don't even know if it's power. I think literally it's not even that sophisticated. It's vanity. It's purely vanity. It's power. Like that sort of implies that he's like this like Stalinist or like powering figure. I don't think it's even that deep. I think he just likes the vanity. I think he likes the accolades and the prestige and the praise. I don't think he really cares about power in that kind of way. Yeah, Epstein was a humble mathematician. Yeah, he's just a mathematician. Unlimited power. I mean, we knew it from 2015. Donald Trump, he's not an ideologue. He's an opportunist. And he also isn't a conservative. He's been pro-abortion, pro-protectionism since the beginning. Why would he kick out Epstein if he was in on it? What do you mean? Who would want to be associated with a known pedophile? And sex trafficker. Underage sex trafficker. Especially if you have political ambitions. But, and if I recall correctly, the rumor was that the fallout between the two was a lot more petty than that. It was because Jeffrey Epstein was scalping Trump's girls that were working at Mar-a-Lago. That was from another set of leaks or releases. It's not looking good, man. It is not looking good. Now, DHS Secretary Noem on H-1Bs. Oh yeah, this is the other part that's destroying. This is the other part that is absolutely cooking MAGA. DH Secretary Noem on H-1Bs. Under the Trump admin, we've sped up our process and added integrity to the visa programs, to green cards, to all of that. But also more people are becoming naturalized under this admin than ever before. More people are becoming citizens. Golden age.
What is the administration's position on these visas?
Now, we're going to keep using our visa programs.
Well, I can't know for sure, but I certainly hope he didn't do anything. Well, yeah, I hope he didn't do anything either, but not looking good. And look, let's just spitball here for a sec. Look how busted this bitch is. Oh my goodness. I just looked for. Oh. I lost my train of fucking thought. That totally just killed my momentum. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say before I was flashbanged like that? I totally lost my train of thought. That really just derailed me. Just look, Chrissy Gnome's fucked up face just totally derailed my train of thought. What was I actually gonna say? Holy shit. That actually fucked me up. What was I gonna say? Let me just hope he didn't do anything. Oh, yeah, I mean, look, I think Trump is probably being blackmailed, and that's why there is this unapologetic, you know, like just incessant shilling for Israel and big business. It's like, and you could say, well, I think there are compounding factors, like, yes, you know, like Silicon Valley and Miriam Adelson, so Israelis and Little Tech both funded his campaign, and so he's obligated to, because they dictate personnel, and the other side of that is, you know, he has a cabinet of people that are just fucking useless. If they're not traitors, then they're just incompetent. If you don't have a Marco Rubio, you have a Kash Patel. Pick your poison. You know, do you want like Marco Rubio, this career shill for Israel, or Kash Patel, this gooner, the absolute goober gooner that is getting honeypotted by an obvious Mossad op, an obvious Unit 8200 op? Like, pick your poison. And then so if you throw the blackmail on top of that, it's just, look, yeah, that would be a pretty compelling explanation why, like, we've gotten nothing out of this administration. Yeah, Chrissy Gnome helping. Nick and Tucker interview officially hit 6 million views. Now, those are some truly verifiable numbers. I think that's just on YouTube as well. That doesn't include Twitter, and that doesn't include his website as well. So the number could be twice that, double that, I mean. Yeah, truly an inflection point for the GOP, for right-wing politics. Because he's an opportunist, he is doing so good because Dems are retarded. Are we still talking about Trump doing good because Dems are retarded? I mean, he's getting cooked right now. He did well because, you know, the Dems fucked up. And also because of October 7th. But, I mean, he's like, dude, he has like a 42% approval rating and like a 55% disapproval rating, something like that. That just came out today or yesterday. Ugh. So, like, dude, if this doesn't course correct, like, the GOP is absolutely getting fried. It will be a blue wave. But look, man, like, what has Trump done for us? Well, we'll get into that later, I guess. It's time to actually be right-wing, not MAGA. Yeah, MAGA's dead. It's America first. It's America first. It's America only. My dad said they are picking up the best of the best to be citizens. Dude. Boomers, man. They're not gonna get it. Best of the best, huh? 600,000 of the best from China. China, our chief advocate. Let me ask you guys, does this make any fucking sense to anybody? Is this an America first stance? So these neocons that have been counter signaling China for years. We gotta worry about the rising dragon. China's a threat. We gotta contain them. We gotta protect Taiwan. Does it make any sense that we're gonna bring in 600,000 Chinese nationals every year to go to our institutions, our intellectual institutions? We're gonna teach them all of our information, all of we're gonna educate them on everything, and then we're gonna give them positions as visa holders in all of our top tech companies. So we're gonna give them access to all of our tech secrets, our cutting edge technology sector. This is supposed to be our chief adversary that we're posturing against. We're threatening tariffs and preparing for war. Does that make any sense that we're just going to give them access to that level of information? China's our adversary, but we're just going to bring in hundreds of thousands of Chinese nationals every year into our most sensitive sectors. Like, dude, not serious. It's just not serious. How is that good for our national interests? So stupid. Yeah, plastic face of horror, MILF look, yeah. Whose city was unironically a clean city? Maybe that was what he meant. Yeah, Cash Patel, yeah. Could be just poking the bear. You just like poking the bear? Sheesh. Not even Cernovich wants to help Trump. It's bad. Yeah, dude, Cernovich is like one of the biggest shills too. Hey, do you guys know Cernovich sucked tranny penis? Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you guys hear about that? That's disqualifying as far as I'm concerned. He wrote an article about how he hooked up with the tranny one time. I wish I were kidding. You can thank Keith Woods for reminding everyone of that. So, anyway. That's Cernovich for you. He's getting cooked because of far right and centrists, not Dems. Yeah, I mean, because Dems aren't his base, you know? Like, the Dems hated Trump from the rip. Yeah, he's getting cooked because his base is leaving him, because he left the base. You know, when he ran in 2015, it was on the promise of America first. We got none of that. We're getting more H-1Bs, we're getting more visas of all kinds. You know, we're getting more immigration, no mass deportations, more wars in the Middle East, 50-year fucking mortgages, more shilling for Israel, more support for anti-Semitism laws. It's like, yeah, dude, why did we back this guy? Why did anyone back this guy in the first place? I feel vindicated not voting. Totally vindicated. Groypers vindicated once again. Cash is empty from the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you sleep with Devil's daughter. I don't think he's like impressive to begin with. I think that's just who he is. I think there's lights are on, but nobody's home with Cash. A lot of foreign students get student loans and have no intentions of ever paying them back. Yeah, they just fuck off back to their home country. Dude, and like it's so much worse than I think most people realize. They have like entire like farms in like India to help these Indian visa workers or aspirants to cheat on the exams, cheat their way through university, cheat on their interviews, and then even cheat on the job. They'll take the work home, they'll outsource it to some firm in India. Like it is rampant fraud that is happening, and that's just India. So yeah, the money aspect, the loan aspect is just a whole nother, that's just like the cherry on top. I just live under Trump's golden shower, it's fine. Yeah, sheesh. The Anza College in Cupertino, California is a junior college that has most international students of any junior college in the USA. So I've seen this problem firsthand. I believe you. Getting CDLs with no training. It's like, dude, it's just so fucking out of control. And like, so here's the thing. How tone deaf do you have to be? Christy Nome gets on here. Yeah, we're nationalizing more people than ever. More visas than ever before. Like, dude, even if you're like the biggest shill in the world, do you not understand that's not a popular thing to say? Like, let's just play it. Let's. I'm tired of looking at Christy Nome.
Position on these visas.
No, we're going to keep using our visa programs. We're just going to make sure that they have integrity, that we're actually doing the vetting of the individuals who come into this country, that they want to be here for the right reasons, that they're not supporters of terrorists and organizations that hate America.
Is that what a low bar?
Under the Trump administration, we've sped up our process and added integrity to the.
What is that coded language for? We just want to make sure they're not terrorists. Do you think most people are fucking terrorists in the world? Do you think that's the crux of the problem? That's not the crux of the problem. The crux of the problem is that Americans shouldn't have to compete with the rest of the world for education and for employment. That's number one. Number two, I think that we have a right to decide who lives in our country and what we want our country to be comprised of. What it looks like, what the culture is like, who's in the country. So, like, making the issue about terrorism, not only that, what are they really saying? It's not terrorism, it's anti-Semitism. No Hamas supporters, no Hamas or Hezbollah supporters. or the terrorist regime in Iran. Only freedom-loving patriots that also love Jews, by the way, but only freedom-loving patriots will be let into this country. Yeah, that's not really it, because again, it's all about cheap labor, man. They just want their cheap slave labor. That's what this is all about. Oh, welcome back, Kumquat. And we don't have talent. We need them. Yeah, we don't have talent. We don't. The fucking country that put a man on the moon. The country that owned the world in the palm of our hand. Yeah, we don't have the talent, dude. Like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fuck Trump. Fuck this administration. Fuck the GOP. They hate you. If nothing else, you're gonna go on television, or you're gonna make a public statement saying, yeah, Americans just, we don't have it. We're not special. We need to bring in a bunch of fucking third worlders straight from their poo festival in India to take your tech job. Because fuck you, you're stupid and lazy. That's what they're saying. Where's the confidence? Where's the self-confidence in our nation and our people that we can do it because we did it before? It's just bullshit. It's not true. It's not true at all. Just ridiculous. Susie Wiles needs to grab Christie by the hair and drag her off the set. Christie is killing Trump. Trump is destroying his own legacy. Christie's like not helping, but like Trump doesn't need any help in that regard. Like he's doing enough on his own in that sense. Retired porn star outlook, more like hit the wall and hoping plastic surgery will save you. Look. Dude, it's crazy. Like, dude, anybody that's doing this shit to themselves, I just think is like not right in the head. Anybody that does something like this is just, there's something wrong with them. There's something, if anything, it's a lack of, it's disingenuous. It's literally disgraceful. Like, where's your grace to age gracefully? It's a mimicry. It's false. It's fake. It's not real. It's not genuine. It's not authentic. It's like, I'm gonna inject a bunch of plastic into my face to look younger, even though I'm old as shit. Never mind the fact that it's not authentic. It's gross. Like, I yearn for what is true. I yearn for what is real. And it makes you realize some people don't care. Some people, it's all... And the lack of self-awareness, it's like people think this looks good. Like, disgusting. Disgusting. I spin on that. Anyway. You love cold water? Oh, thanks for the insight, Kumquat. I appreciate that. I bet if the illegals were dogs, she'd be on top of it. That's a crazy pull, huh? Yeah. Trump's a sellout old bummer. Yeah, dude sucks, man. Dude fucking sucks. Honestly, man. I hope the Democrats impeach him. I hope he goes to jail forever. Or maybe I shouldn't say I hope that happens. Unless he's guilty, of course. He's guilty, which it's looking... But honestly, like, I will not defend him. I will not really do anything for him. So if, like, the Democrats are going to destroy him and his legacy, it's like, okay, well, you did that yourself. Not only because, you know, maybe you are guilty for doing whatever, but because you did nothing to prevent this. You did nothing to squash your political enemies that were open about how much they hated you and their intentions to destroy you. So you're weak. You're weak, you're pathetic, and on top of that, you sold out the American people. He's a traitor as far as I'm concerned, so he would actually be doing us a favor. And mark my words, I will stand on top of the whatever is left of his political, like the remnants or the remains of his political empire, his political attaché, and we should all use that to push America first. So, because the last 10 years has just been a waste of fucking time. I would rather date a woman with a few wrinkles and some type of medical abomination. Yeah, I mean, she's got some screws loose. Am I implying I'm anti-cold water? What's my ankle speaker? No, I mean, in what context? She tried, she's got the Kylie Jenner lip plumper. Yeah, send him to Jerusalem. Yeah, I don't know. I could not really care less if the Democrats want to impeach and throw him into prison. Go ahead. In the context of needing water and obtaining water. Like, drinking? Am I drinking cold water? Am I taking a cold shower? Am I going to the beach? Am I dipping into the cold water?
Visa programs,
already pissed me off.
Green cards, to all of that, but also more people are becoming naturalized under this administration than ever before. More people are becoming citizens because we're not just streamlining and building some processes back into our immigration policies. We're also making sure that these individuals that are coming into our country and get that privilege, that they actually are here for the right reasons. The Biden administration let thousands of terrorists into this country. They opened the southern border. They abused our asylum programs.
Bro,
abused our
hey bitch, hey bimbo. Nobody fucking cares about Biden. Biden's not the president. Biden hasn't been the president for a minute. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. The Dems are worse. Oh, you're telling me now for the first time, dude. Like, holy shit, man. Don't you just love the whataboutisms? Don't you just love the radical left? It's like, dude, they're not in power right now. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't accept the shit that they're handing you just because the Democrats will be worse. It's like, okay.
Protective programs and visa programs, and we fixed all of it. It's remarkable what President Trump has done, and it's because he's a great leader, he's a visionary, and this man is going to go down as a
Thanks, Kumquat. I'm not reading that.
as our greatest president ever.
It's 2025, COVID is gone. Dude, also, look, you know, who was president? Oh, who was president? Who was president during the COVID outbreak? Who was president? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. 2020, the first. Yeah. Oh, it was Trump, actually. That's right. Operation Warp Speed. The lockdown. Who was president? Was it Biden? No, I don't think it was, actually. I don't think it was actually Biden. It's just like. And you know, I'm so glad people are not eating this shit up anymore. I like the editor's note, Rerum Novarum. I get filled with genuine anger and hatred every time I go to an airport and the stupid whores on the TVs above the TSA line. Editor's note. So true. Another email from Jeffrey Epstein to Tom Barack. Send photos of you and child. Make me smile. Yikes. Not a good look. Breaking. Jeffrey Epstein claims Hillary Clinton had a sexual relationship with former attorney Vince Foster, who committed suicide in 1993. Imagine. Jeffrey Epstein, in an email to former attorney Kathy Rumler, proposes, quote, girls to chairman of Palantir Peter Thiel, former CIA director and ambassador to Russia William Burns, former UK Prime Minister Gordon Brown, former Norwegian Prime Minister Torbjorn Jagland. Dude, it's sometimes it's hard to believe that Norway is a real place. Former Mongolian president. And then we get Mongolia. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Among others, including Emirati, Indian, and Qatari officials. Rumler served as Obama's deputy counsel during both of his presidential terms. Hillary was chasing that dick. She was, for real, murdered for that dick. No, yeah, Hillary was pretty bad back in the day. All right, like let's just. She was kind of bad. She was kind of bad. We need to go a little bit further back. Maybe we'll just do young. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked here. We're getting sidetracked here. Oh, Nick tweet. Oh, he's doing a gaming stream today? Hang on. Let's Nick tweet. Another dude. Don't you love it? We need strong men. All right, shut the fuck up. Like, do women not understand that you want strong men? You think a strong man is gonna listen to a weak woman? Just think about that for a second. Think about this. Think about this. Wow, first Benjamin Franklin, now Mello turning on North. Yeah. Grr. Those damn swarthy Nords. And those Irish, they're not really white. An open letter to the Groypers. You are as much victims of anti-Semitism as we are. I also can't help noticing that whenever you describe what you like about Hitler, you always end up describing someone else. 21 minutes. 21 minutes of I guarantee you this is the most obnoxious yapping you've ever heard in your life.
I think you deserve help. I think your circumstances are unjust and that you are worthy of sympathy. But you should want to fix your life, not burn the world down out of spite. I get it.
We're not, okay, first of all, we're not burning the world down because of spite. We are America First is the only serious right-wing movement that is trying to fix the country. You dumb bimbo. You dumb fucking idiot.
Souls are so whipped raw with rejection and
yeah, we're just bitter and resentful. Sorry, but you are a woman, you're not gonna tell us what to do. Weak women, yeah. Alright, kumquat. Alright.
And fail.
What, you've got that humiliation kink going on? You fucking gooner. Get your dick out of your hand, you fucking freak.
That you feel transgression and provocation are all that you're capable of. This is my open letter to the Groypers from a Jewish woman.
Don't fucking care. Don't fucking care. Yeah. Just immediate ratio. Don't fucking care. Yeah. What's worse than being lectured by a woman being lectured by a Jewish woman? So true. Like, fucking double whammy, man. Masad could at least do it with a young and hot one. Yeah, true. Hey, where's our honeypot? Where's my honeypot? Where's our Masad honeypot? Why do we get these like fucking?
And I'm doing this because
these old crusts, man. Let's just take a look at the comments. Yo, read my Substack. Shut the fuck up. By the way, lip gloss is rose, dude. Yeah, so true. Yeah, fuck off the. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Very predictable responses. Immediate ratio. Log off of Twitter forever. Anyway, before we got sidetracked by Hillary Clinton's granny milkers or whatever, and other Mossad honeypots. Where were we? Oh yeah, more leaks that named Peter Thiel. Doesn't look like you're prioritizing your schedule very effectively. How are you going to manage all of that? This Unga week. What does that mean? Oh, this is Unga week. I don't know what that means. I'll be here all week too. You may get sick of me. Just sat down on the train, so can't talk freely. Girls, careful. I will renew an old habit. It is weird they put it in quotations. It's all coded language, in case you weren't aware. They're not gonna outright say, yeah, we're fucking underage kids like that. Yeah, they're, you know, they're definitely like very loose, but they're not that dumb. It's all wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This week, Teal, Summers, Bill Burns, Gordon Brown, Jagland, Council of Europe Noble, and Noble Chairman, Mongolia Perez, Hardeep, dude, hard deep. Dude, I take it back. You know, the Nords, their language, their names aren't so bad. Hard deep. India, you've got names like hard deep, suck dick, dip shit. That's like just to name a few Indian names. It's hard to believe, like, sometimes that's a real place. Anyway. You're welcome guests at any. Also, if you think there are interesting people in town, everyone here for Climate Summit, Clinton, Security Council. Holy shit, I'm on blank for next 30 minutes. Careful, I will. So Kathleen Rumler was into girls, huh? Underage girls. That seems to be the insinuation. UN General Assembly. Yo, what's up, SSB? How's it going, dog? Is it coded language, or is it just grandpa typing? You're gone deep. Gone deep. No, it's coded language. I mean, it's both, but you know, they think they're being sly. Quote, girls. What's going on here? Okay, so I guess we have a hard stop at 9. They're gonna do a gaming stream with Aiden Ross, Cheeser, Clavicular, and what? How did Bro sneak in here? How did Bro sneak into this one? How did Bro sneak into the collab? Hang on a second. How did Bro sneak into this collab? Hey, yo. Don't mind us, you got PTSD from yesterday? Yeah, dude, that was rough. I'm not gonna lie, that was a rough watch. Who's cuff him? Like, exactly. You're not like missing out on anything. Guy's like a ignoramus. I just don't get it. Like, why? I don't know. I mean, look, I don't think Nick put it together. I think this is probably Aiden and Cheezer. Probably will do a show afterward around 11. We is not getting a show tonight. I get the feeling we is not getting a show tonight. But I feel like he's gonna want to talk about this though. I don't know. But if I were a betting man, we'll see. Another email. Hope you are well. Your photos look good. For your information, I received many calls about Donald Trump, his beauty contests, and Mar-a-Lago. Jeffrey Epstein to U.S. Special Envoy to Syria, Tom Barak. Breaking. The girl who accused Prince Andrew can also easily be proven to be a liar. I think Buckingham Palace would love it. You should task someone to investigate the girl that has caused the Queen's son all this aggro. Jeffrey Epstein to Peggy Siegel, an entertainment publicist. Israeli interesting. President Trump's response to the House Oversight Committee release of the Epstein documents. Donald Trump. The Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown. So many other subjects. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall into that trap. The Democrats cost our country $1.5 trillion with their recent antics of viciously closing our country, while at the same time putting many at risks, and they should pay a fair price. There should be no deflections to Epstein or anything else, and any Republicans involved should be focused only on opening up our country and fixing the massive damage caused by the Democrats. Ah, yes. But the Democrats. but the Democrats. Don't focus on that. The Democrats are always worse. White House says that the October jobs report may not be released. Dude. So there are no jobs. There are fewer jobs. We're importing more visa workers. We're nationalizing more people. There are no deportations. The economy's in the shitter. It can't get inflation below, what, 4%? The Ukraine war rages on. We bombed Iran. We're probably going to bomb them again. Everyone knows. Need I go on? What's up, M-Goat? How's it going, dog? Kalshi's putting odds at 52% for Trump impeachment. I'd take those odds. Read an interesting article, Are Tiny Parasites Messing with Our Brains by Peter Frost. Give me the summary of that. Give me the synopsis. The conclusion. New York Times tipped Epstein off about a follow-up investigation by New York Police Department Detective John Connolly in 2017. He's digging around again, not clear if it's another book or expanded paperback version. Was asking me all sorts of questions about why you hired Ken Starr. I told him I had no idea. I think he is doing some Trump-related digging too. Oh, that's funny. New York Times tipping off Epstein? I did not read it, but I believe the conclusion would be a tiny person. Kumquat. 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 President Trump privately called Representatives Nancy Mace and Lauren Boebert to urge them to no longer support releasing the Epstein files. Why? If you got nothing to hide, just a big... I thought it was a hoax. I thought the whole thing was fake, no? What is it this time? Is it fake? What a joke, man. Yeah, Nick. Trump's second term is objectively a colossal disappointment and a catastrophic failure. So true. From today's National Review, Donald Trump has no answers for the younger generation. If Bill Buckley's outlet is more connected to reality than so-called based anonymous far-right Twitter accounts, we have a problem. So true. There was no affordability crisis, insists Treasury Secretary God Besant. As your grocery bills skyrocket, there is no jobs crisis. Don't believe your lying eyes. Trump insists as he takes his cues from Silicon Valley and argues for flooding the country. Something, something, something 1984, right? Something, something, something Animal House. Or what, Animal Farm. And argues for flooding the country with Indian and Chinese H-1B visa holders. There is a housing crisis. Trump concedes that much. And his proud solution is to pressure banks to create the 50-year mortgage, an unimaginably toxic debt instrument. Increase housing supply, reduce the cost of building materials. Nonsense. Instead, Trump offers Zoomers interest-laden long-term debt slavery. Dude. Imagine spending 50 years of your life paying off a fucking loan, or paying off your mortgage, or any kind of loan for that matter, any kind of debt. Imagine. Got Besson as a catcher. Trump is too worried about the business class to do what's necessary. He won't scare the markets. Yeah, I mean, he's beholden to the big money. He's beholden to, you know, what the little tech Silicon Valley. It's all about the stock market. The big money, the corporations, and likewise the banks, they want the cheap labor. They don't care about Americans. Rep. Lauren Boebert remains committed to signing the petition demanding the full release of the Epstein files despite a meeting with senior Trump administration officials, including Attorney General Pam Bondi, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, and FBI Director Kash Patel, who urged her to reconsider. Do I believe in late-stage capitalism? I think there's compelling parts to it. I mean, you can kind of see... I mean, take for instance, like Japan and Korea. They've often been good indicators on where we'll go, and everything sort of becomes commodified. Everything's a commodity. Everything gets chopped up and broken down into something that can be sold, repackaged and sold. For example, look at like relationships now. Previously, if you wanted like attention or you wanted to like have a relationship and even just have sex with somebody else, you kind of had to have a relationship with them, so to speak. Yeah, prostitution has always existed, but look at how ubiquitous like pornography use has become, for example. So they sort of removed that aspect. They chopped up the sexual element of a romantic relationship and are offering it as a product. And so like the gooning in like Japan is I would say more severe, but it's gotten to the point where you can literally go to certain places, like certain what do they call them, like hospitality or what are they? I guess it would just be like a service. And you can like hire somebody to cuddle with you, like hire somebody to like be your girlfriend or whatever for an hour. Like everything is so impersonal, it's all turned into a transaction. And even if you like pessimistically look at the world as one big transaction, one big competition, now I think never more has that been like more real in many of these like East Asian countries. And we tend to lag behind those countries by like 10 years or so. So anyway, I think we are getting deflation after 2030s, going to some depression after losing World War III. Deflation. What makes you say we'll get deflation? Because I look at the debt crisis, and I think it's more likely we'll continue to see more inflation until something breaks. Because you can't pay off the debt. Like, we will never pay off this debt. And the obvious solution to paying it off is just print more money. And that continues to devalue the dollar. But it's at the point where I don't know if this has happened yet, or we're approaching the point where the interest on the debt is outpacing our GDP. So literally, like, if it's a race, right? And we're taking our excess GDP to pay off the debt. It's at the point where the interest is going to it will surpass. At that point, it's like, what happens at that point? I think all the foreign investment evaporates. There's a big scare. People try to pull their money out of America, and you'll get another economic collapse. So a catastrophe, I think, at this point, in some way, shape, or form, like inevitable. The only reason the world economy has kept a lid on inflation for decades is because of cheap exports from China. I don't know if I necessarily completely agree with that. I think in many ways the financialization and moving our manufacturing away from America is actually a big cause of that problem, the big cause of inflation. And you have a lot of speculative investments as well. And so they print money because we need money fast to invest in something, a project or whatever, or to bail out a company that needs the money now. And there are advantages and obviously clear disadvantages to that system, to this sort of fiat system. The advantage is you can make money fast. You can put money, you can fund a project. You can act very quickly to a changing market, to changing circumstances. The problem is, if you're not responsible with that, then you get inflation. And ultimately, what is really backing the dollar? If a lot of the stopgaps, a lot of the preventative measures have been removed, preventing, the Fed from printing more money than they actually have, then it's like everybody's getting IOUs. Well, what happens when they all cash out those IOUs at the same time? There's no money. You literally can't pay it off. And so to say it's a bubble is an understatement. Toxoplasma has been linked to slower reactions, higher risk-taking, and a bit more openness to sexual novelty. I think I've heard that before. Where are most people getting toxoplasma from in their brain? America will be the last economy to fall based on dollar and milkshake theory. I think there have been some people, I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, but I understand the thinking, the line of logic, where do we live in a there's some kind of what would you call it? The post-inflation world. Not a post-inflation, how do I describe this? If there is no real tangible alternative to the US dollar or the system that we have, if there's no competitor, then could things possibly ever truly collapse? If there's no faction in the wings to become the new hegemon, does it even matter anymore? It's out there. It's out there. Does inflation really matter? I don't really buy into that, but I see where it goes. I see the thinking. Because if everybody buys into the system, I don't know, this is kind of hard to describe. At least I'm having a hard time describing it. If everyone buys into the system, because that's what you have to do to play the game, to be involved in the economy or any economy, and there's no alternative, and it's very difficult to generate any kind of wealth or power that could challenge that system, then could the system ever realistically collapse? But I think that overlooks how things could collapse in on themselves. Like I said, if investment dries up, if people stop spending money, if people want to cash in on their IOUs or any kind of loans that they give out to these capital investment firms, for example. So if everything is built on loans and debt, then what happens when you see major cash outs on that debt? And then that scares people. So everybody tries to cash out and there's just not enough money. That's like what was it? Was it Black Friday or Black Tuesday? And that's what kicked off the Great Depression. Everybody tried to pull their money out at the same time, and there was not enough money. So, would you just continue to print money to make up for that debt? But then money is worthless. You're going to go to the store and try to buy a hamburger for $2 trillion. Then people start starving. Yeah, then that creates instability. So everywhere, every way I look at the problem, I think the writing is not just on the wall, it's like in neon letters. It's like, and you don't need to be like an expert in economics or anything to see that. I don't know. It's a scary thought that we will probably see in our lifetimes some very tough times. So, some claims of sexual degeneracy, loss of disgust, or changes in orientation in a few studies. Interesting read, maybe not for stream. I think I've heard of that. I've heard something like that. But I'm curious, where do people get infected with this parasite or whatever? Yeah, Black Tuesday, yeah. I see what you're saying, but eventually the wealth will get so big that the system collapses from within. Yeah, that's generally what I think would, like, the problem doesn't always need to be external. I think the problem in this case would be internal. That, like, what precedes the collapse would be an internal collapse, an implosion, not so much like, you know, one of the pillars holding up the building gets knocked down rather than like a cruise missile hitting it from the outside, you know? It's a different mode of failure. So even if we do, like, let's say hypothetically, we crush China in this trade war, we remain the global hegemon, things could still collapse from within. Because, let's say if we go to war with China, it's like, how do we pay for that? Will that not bankrupt us? Maybe we go to a wartime economy, the sort of like post-economy or whatever. I think you would need a new dollar. Toxoplasma comes from cats. Isn't that that's what Nick was saying, that he doesn't like, he was creeped out by cats because you could get like brain parasites from them. I vaguely remember that, but I like hearing about that, but I can't say for certain. I know we have bigger issues when the situation occurs. Money will probably be the least of our worries at that moment. People will go crazy, crash outs everywhere. Maintenance controls mellow. That's crazy. Yeah, look, there's no telling how bad things will get. I'll tell you this much though: the more immigration we face, the worse the crash out will be. Because even during the Great Depression, you know, you had people lining up in orderly lines for the soup kitchen. Do you think if we have a bunch of third world people living here, low IQ, low impulse control, savages? I mean, look at what's happening in Europe, for example. Look at Paris. It like, just another reason why the immigration needs to be curbed. Off topic here about the solar flares. No, tell me about the solar flares. What's going on with the solar flares? I've been more engrossed in this. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt stated that the Epstein emails released earlier today prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
I have your statement about the new Epstein emails that have been released by House Democrats. Separate from why you believe the emails were made public, can you address their substance? Did the president ever spend hours at Jeffrey Epstein's house with a victim?
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong. And what President Trump has always said is that he was from Palm Beach, and so was Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was a member at Mar-a-Lago until President Trump kicked him out because Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile and he was a creep. And this email you refer to with the name of a victim that was unredacted now and has since been reported on in this room, so I will go ahead and say it, Virginia Guthrie. And it was CBS's own reporting, Ouija, that recently wrote...
Was it Guthrie or is it Joffrey?
And God rest her soul, that she maintained that there was nothing inappropriate she ever witnessed, that President Trump was always extremely professional and friendly to her. And so I think it's a question worth asking the Democrat Party, and you should all go ask them after this briefing, of why they chose to redact that name of a victim who has already publicly made statements about her relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and is unfortunately no longer.
He didn't do nothing. Trump didn't do nothing. Fish doesn't know how to read names. I don't even know if I'm right. I don't. Now, is it Guffrey or is it? What is it? Nah, I don't even know. Which one is it? Now I'm confused. She confused me. Am I wrong? Is it Guffrey? Whatever. Inconsequential. Jeffrey Epstein tells former Norwegian Prime Minister Thorbjorn Jagland that he can help Donald Trump deal with the Russians. Jufrey. That can't be real. Is it really Jufrey? I don't know. All these names, Jagland, Suck Deep, Dick Shit. I can't, what? How about John? How about Smith? Keep it simple. Epstein says he had a relationship with Vitaly Churkin, former Russia's permanent representative to the United Nations, who passed away allegedly to heart failure in 2017. Epstein says he would instead prefer dealing with Russia's current foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov. Wikipedia has spoken. Jufrey, okay. Jufrey. Can you believe Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman sent me a tent, carpets, and all? Jeffrey Epstein to billionaire businessman Tom Pritzker in December 2016. A tent. I think that is code for I love you, or maybe code for go pound sand. Better check your Saudi Urban Dictionary. It's a weird gift. A tent. Yeah, we don't live in the desert. We like to exist in houses, you know? 4 walls and a roof kind of thing. Bill Clinton never went to his island. Okay, these stories are a complete and utter fantasy. I don't know and I've never met Al Gore. Clinton was never on the island. The telephone book is not mine. It was stolen by my houseman that is currently in prison for doing so. Interesting. Is Clinton vindicated? Clinton vindicated? What's up with Lavrov to put? Well, this is old. That email was in 2018. But if I don't know if anything new happened with Sergei Lavrov. I haven't been keeping tabs on that. Is Wikipedia needed when you have AI browsers? Well, a lot of the time they just pull from Wikipedia. Like, for example, ChatGPT's #1 source for most of its answers is like Reddit and Wikipedia. And you might think that that's bad, but that kind of makes sense because what are the kinds of questions people are asking? Pretty basic stuff. Like for dates, locations, and whatnot. Basic summaries, like, yeah, Wikipedia's for the like 99.99% of the time, it's fine. And for as far as Reddit goes, if you have like a niche problem, like my fucking mouse is making this weird clicking noise or whatever, where do people talk about these kinds of things? On Reddit, you know, and in forums of some sort. So it kind of tracks that you're gonna get. So yeah, I mean, AI is just pulling from information on the internet. So do we need AI browsers when we have Clanker Waifu? True. Waiting for the sex bots any day now. MAGA is dead, Nick Fuentes. It is truly dead. Breaking. Jeffrey Epstein paid millions to help launch Jean-Luc Brunel's French-based MC2 model management agency. Epstein paid for offices in New York, Miami, Tel Aviv, Lamal. Girls scouted to the agency were as young as 14. Jean-Luc Brunel committed suicide in 2022 under mysterious conditions. It's kind of Wait, is this really the first time? How was that kept under wraps? Is this really the first time this is being reported? The parasite heads to the amygdala and the limbic system. Host eventually changes the behavior of the infected in order to spread to more people. So I guess it makes you more promiscuous, huh? Higher risk taking. Kind of reminds me of like male microchimerisms finding their way into women's brains after sex. So literally, if a woman has more sex with men, and various men, they're dumping their DNA into her brain, altering her behavior, making her more masculine, more combative. Also, I mean, literally it alters her DNA, so like her kids will have a little bit of DNA from every male sexual partner that she's ever had. Some food for thought. I'm gonna customize my bot to look like Natalie Portman. Dude, you are like a prime target for... Melly's over here like, Masad, if you can hear me, please honeypot me, please. Please. I want you to do for me what you did for Cash, please. Please. Send me the Khazar Milkers, please. How much will mods cost for Chickbot? Imagine. Do they have an option? Like, can I get my anime waifu to call me a fucking retard while I fuck her? Asking for a friend, of course. How much is that DLC? Is that a subscription service? The kinds of degenerate shit, man. Asking for a friend, of course, but is the bot capable of spitting? Is that a thing? Is the technology there? Just out of curiosity, I'm just curious, you know, just for purely scientific reasons. Is the chatbot allowed to use the N-word? Is that... or is that against the core programming? I'm at the door, but I will wait for my time. I don't want to come in early and find Trump in your house. An email sent to Jeffrey Epstein during Donald Trump's first presidential term in mid-2017, despite Trump claiming he had cut all contact with Epstein. Ooh, very Israeli interesting, huh? Apparently STDs and HIV is increasing a lot in some cities like Houston, Atlanta, Miami, and other cities. I was watching on TikTok, these nurses say a lot of people are starting to get tested positive. Bunch of filthy fucking degenerates, huh? Gotta watch out for the toxoplasma and the HIV. Avoid cats. More, just another reason to avoid girl, you know, if you're in the dating market, you know, just if she has a cat, that's a even bigger red flag than we had previously understood. Special cake from New York. You're welcome at my house always, and more private. Trump Tower. Fox News, Will Kane just ran a segment on H-1B visas seemingly aimed at educating Trump's White House on them. President Trump famously got most of his information from the Fox News ecosystem.
What is an H-1B visa? Follow me over to the wall. H-1B visas are a mechanism of legal...
It's not just H-1Bs, by the way. It's the whole visa system. L1s. I can't remember all the fucking acronyms. Is it L1, 2, and 3? I can't remember all the, like, the other, what's the other one for, marriages? Bottom line is, like, the H-1B is just a fraction of the total problem. I always get the acronyms, or the label, the code of each visa. I always get them confused. All this cat slander is funded by Big Dog. Dude, it would be cool to own a cheetah, though. I'm not gonna lie. I see these, like, YouTube shorts of, like, people with cheetahs. Apparently they're really chill. They're like big house cats. That would be pretty sick. Me walking my cheetah. Yeah, that's badass. Yeah. Guy used to be on ESPN.
Immigration that is supposed to bring in skilled workers into the United States. They allow for U.S. employers to hire foreign professionals in specialty occupations. What are those occupations? Well, they're mostly in the fields of tech, engineering, medicine, finance, IT. It requires that a bachelor's degree accompany that worker or higher education in a specified field. Now, here's how it works. An employer sponsors a foreign worker, and they can sponsor that visa for up to 3 years and then extend it to 6 years. Workers can apply for permanent residency later. There is a visa cap, 85,000 new visas each year. Now, of those 85,000, those are only new visas, new H-1Bs. About 400,000 every year are approved. Most of those are renewals, showing that they don't just stay for 3 years, but are renewed and extended past that time frame. Currently, there are supposedly around 700,000 H-1B visa holders in America. Now, who is coming to this country to take these high-skilled jobs? As I mentioned, STEM fields dominate the occupations, and most of the workers come from India. In fact, 70% of H-1B visa holders come from India. Another 10 to 15% come from China.
India, yeah.
80% of H-1B visa approvals are for entry-level or junior-level jobs. That's a little hard to stomach when we hear that we're not talented enough or that we're not skilled enough for these jobs, when you consider that most of these jobs are actually at entry or junior-level jobs. And it's definitely to the benefit of corporations, tech companies, that can hire foreign workers, trust me on this, cheaper than American workers. This is laid out, by the way, by billionaire tech entrepreneur Palmer Luckey.
There's so much H-1B abuse. You would not believe what I saw when I was in Silicon Valley.
Country's gonna smell really bad soon.
It's obviously a program to try and replace U.S. workers.
Some places it already does.
Labor that can't ever escape. The H-1B abuse is crazy.
And it's not just Silicon Valley. The Labor Department launched at least 175 investigations targeting potential abuses in the H-1B visa program. They alleged some foreign workers with advanced degrees paid less.
Did I cover Sargon's video? I heard about it, but
not only deprives Americans
no, I haven't covered it.
of that job, who have to have the going rate.
Dude, who? Sargon is like so irrelevant.
But it drives down wages for visa holders and Americans.
Fox News based.
Of course, if you turn down the pay, you don't get the green card.
Yeah, based Boomer Network. Academic Agent too. Didn't Academic Agent, like, wasn't he ankle biting Nick recently? Yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone's jumping ship. Everyone is suddenly changing their tune. I love the way a lot of people also, the way they frame it, like, oh, Nick is popular because the GOP is failing. It's like, look, you don't even have to go that deep. Nick is entertaining, okay? Watch his stream. He's entertaining. He's got the best political analysis in any political show. It's really, it's not deep, man. It's really not that deep. He has the humor that appeals to the young generation, the Zoomers. He represents the young generation. Like, it's not complicated stuff, man. Everybody's glazing Nick. He was an ankle biter. Yeah, a lot of these people are, because like they recognize how things have changed. It's like, yeah. Avoiding Babylon is also switching from ankle biting to glazing. Yeah, those guys, dude, honestly, man, maybe I'm vindictive, but it's like, you know, don't forget who was not a day one. You know what I mean? Like, we can put that aside for the time being, but never forget the ones that were ankle biting, that counter signaled, or gate kept, or any kind of impediment to the movement or Nick. So it's great when people come around and have a genuine change of heart, but most of these people are just opportunists, you know. And I guess that's just the nature of politics and you know, entertainment in general. It's obviously going to be very vain. You're going to attract some of the worst people, but and so there's utility in this, in using these people for their platform or whatever, that they parrot America first talking points instead of Israel first talking points. But a lot of these people, frankly, they're a dime a dozen. There's nothing really special about them, and they and their platform and their audience can be replaced. So don't forget that. That is what Asmongold said. You can never trust these late converts. Yeah, it's like you use these people until they're no longer useful, but you don't owe these people shit. They weren't around when things were tough. They weren't around when these ideals were unpopular. And I think that should hurt their credibility. Now, they can be useful in their own right, but they should absolutely be gatekept. You can go no further than this point. That's a loyalty test. And that is like, you gotta understand, like, that's kind of, we talk about how are we gonna fix things. It's like, I always think it's, and even from people in the right wing, they're like, man, if only we had Hitler, dude. If only Hitler lived in, like, today, he would just fix all of this. And Nick is like Hitler 3.0, and they're like, but not, no, but not like that. It's like, okay, well, you know, people want a king, but they're unwilling to kneel. You know, they want a great visionary leader, but they're too self-absorbed. Their own pride won't allow them. Too short-sighted. Whatever. What's up, Hawker? How's it going? It already happened to Nick once after January 6th. All his friends left him except Vincent. Yeah, Vincent James. Underrated. I wonder where he's been. Anyway. Yeah, I hope that, you know, one of those things where I do hope that loyalty is, I hope we all remember who was loyal and who wasn't. And I think that loyalty should be rewarded. But the biggest reward is seeing our country saved and set back on the right track. So, you know, if you're in this for, like, glory, if you're in this for, like, self... whatever. If you're in this for your own personal profit or gain, like, that's not... you will probably be very disappointed. Because there's no telling how long this will all take. It is a battle. It is a generational battle. Kings and monarchies will be a thing of the past. I've seen even in the UK, people want them gone. When I say king, I mean, you know, I'm using the term loosely. I mean, just a great visionary leader. I don't necessarily mean it in the literal sense. So. Because we need a great leader. That's why Stalin was awesome. And I mean that not in a glazing kind of way, but I mean literally awe-inspiring because of how much power, like the degree, the efficiency in the way that he ran the Soviet Union. It was truly remarkable. He got shit done. Imagine if Trump had that, like, desire to govern. With the human capital we have here in America, dude, it's like, what are we not capable of? We could do anything. We just need the focus. We need the organization and the will. So. Come again, what? Yes, yeah, Stalin, like, that is the admirable part of Stalin. Like, obviously Stalin was a terrible guy and he killed a lot of people and was anti-Christian, the Bolsheviks and all that. I don't need to rehash that. But what you have to understand is what Stalin did is he took Russia, an agricultural country, and in 20 years industrialized them into a leading superpower. So it's not really a statement of morality, it's a statement of, like, industrial grit. to have that level of vision, be like that committed to making Russia a powerhouse. So obviously I'm not advocating for like Bolshevik ideology or gulags or anything like that, or Holodomor. But the ability to like get that much out of your country and to build your country into something that was one of, if not at some points, the most powerful country that in the world, into a true empire, like that is remarkable. So oh, what's up, Jans? How's it going? Yeah, so SSB, that's what, and that's what Nick is saying when he glazes Stalin. That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about the morality or the ideology, but more so the productivity, the means, the accomplishment, the formidability, and how like what was accomplished by the Soviets. And that's just like, so you like, obviously Nick, and certainly not me, we're not glazing, we're not making excuses for the awful things the Soviet Union did. I think it was an immoral ideology, of course. But it's more so you look at the means of how they accomplished things. And there's a lot you can learn from that. You'd be remiss if you didn't learn from the great civilizations throughout history. So. Shut up, Kumquat. So some people won't get that. Some people, they're too like one-dimensional in their thinking. You know, it's like how different is it from people who like can't say Hitler did anything good? But Hitler's bad. He's an evil genocidal maniac. The Nazis were evil. It's like Nazi Germany was the leading engineering superpower at the time. In like 6 years, Hitler, the Nazis, they conducted an economic miracle. Yeah, love Hitler, hate Hitler, like that's remarkable. So, like, yeah, that's anyway. New emails show Jeffrey Epstein claiming he met with President Donald Trump and Prince Andrew in London during a meeting in 2019. When a woman turns freshly 18 and then makes an OnlyFans an hour later makes over $1 million in a night, you bet your ass I consider communism. These people need to be in gulags. Okay, well, when I say gulags, I meant like putting Christians into gulags, you know, putting like, you know, a lot of the rural Orthodox Christians. But yeah, a lot of people kind of need to be locked up forever in our society. So. And their simps should be redacted, yeah. Yeah, man, dude, look, there's just a lot of really sick people that are incompatible with a civilized society. Look at all the people that were celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. So, not a fan of all those people. Donald Trump, who claimed to have cut ties with Jeffrey Epstein in 2006, received a $30 million loan from Epstein's casino in 2012. I'd be a communist if they weren't so anti-white. Nah, communism still sucks. Communism still sucks. Like, really, we're gonna appeal to the proletariat? Imagine that. Imagine, like, the proletariat don't understand these things. They're not, it's not in their wheelhouse to really like understand. It's a literal IQ gate. It's literally give me your shit at gunpoint. How's that any different from like other forms of authoritarianism? No, communism is cucked. Convincing the proletariat that they have power but they're just pawns to destroy the middle class and destroy like any kind of wealthy opposition to the regime. Own the means of production. It's like, dude, no. They're too dumb. And they don't have any stake in like they didn't take any of the economic risk. That's the thing, like the workers should own the means of production. It's like, did they take on the risk, incur all of the debt, do all of the work to build a business, to build a factory, and now they're gonna own part of it because they show up? Just like, that's like total cope. That's so stupid. Like communism is just like it's only dumb, like only dumb people could like be real communists. Like these ideological, like true ideological communists, I think. Or maybe they really do just buy into the propaganda, but so, run me that bag, cuck. Gaslighting everyone. That's not real. Yeah, they just gaslight everyone. Real communism's never been tried. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, well, wake me up when it is tried, right? I guess you can't criticize something that's never been tried. Any takeaway from this week's mass? Oh, what was this week's mass? It was from the Book of John again. Can't remember. I was not locked in, I'm not gonna lie. Remind me, what was this week's mass? What was the gospel reading? I remember it was John, but I don't remember exactly what it was about. Yeah, real capitalism. Yeah, real capitalism's never been true. I'm not really an ideologue. You know, there are far too many ideologues. And I think that's a very restrictive way to try to solve problems. We can't do that because that's like socialism. We can't do that. That's too capitalistic. It was Luke. Was it Luke? Well, sometimes they do two readings depending on which. You know, a lot of Sunday masses have two different masses. I think most places have it at one at 8, one at 10. Some have 3. Some have it like a Spanish version sandwiched in the middle. And sometimes they have different readings. But I'm pretty sure the one I listened to was John. So I can't, but for the life of me, I can't remember. I just can't remember. Which is weird, because I can remember the one before. It was about the tax collector, and that was 2 weeks ago. But I can't remember. Your ideology is purely vibes-based. It's always been... Well, everything is dripped in aura. Positive or negative aura, you know? But... It's like... I think what guides us should really be our ideology, and when we sort of conduct policy, we should think of our intended effect and then try to understand the secondary and tertiary consequences of our policy. And that sounds kind of simple and basic, but because it is, but I do think you have to approach a lot of these things in first principles thinking. What are we trying to accomplish, and for whom, of course? And how do we go about that as ethically as possible? And what kind of unintended consequences can occur from that? Gotta be a free thinker. Gotta be a free thinker. Yesterday's Mass, Sunday was John. Yeah, Kumquat. Gotta be free thinking. This is what free thinking looks like. I'm a free thinker. Are you a free thinker? Or are you just one of those conformists? free thinker over here, free thinking. I think taxes are bad. I think genocide is bad. Genocide is bad. That's my deep thought for today. Everybody, now clap everybody. Genocide is bad. Taxes are also bad. Genocide, taxes. Which one's worse? Discuss. Anyway. Epstein was emailing back and forth with Steve Bannon in this exchange, to which Steve Bannon responded, "Can't believe no one is making you the connective tissue." Prince Andrew's accuser came out of Marlon. Can't believe nobody's making you the... Interesting. Oh, Ben Shapiro again.
There are, in fact, certain positions in the United States that require a level of expertise that may not be reachable in the numbers that are currently being turned out by American universities.
2:13 to 22.
That is a shortcoming of our educational system, and it is a problem.
I thought it was... Yeah, I thought it was John too, but I wasn't confident enough.
And so you can say we should up our game education. I agree. We should absolutely up our game educationally. But in the meantime, if you do not bring in the labor supply, particularly to tech, tech will go find the labor supply. And so what you will end up with is an office that was employing 30 Americans and 3 H-1B visa people. If the costs grow too high, simply moving to another country where they hire 30 Indians and 0 Americans.
Dude, his yarmulke is just getting bigger and bigger, man. That's how you know he's serious, when he busts out the XL yarmulke.
The problem with the reason...
Or is that a kippa?
Companies offshore is not...
I get confused. What's even the difference between the two? Oops. Oh, it is the same. Okay. Okay. Oops. Don't want Dolby open.
Companies offshore is not because it's easy or fun to simply move your company somewhere else. It's because the labor
Mello might have an
cost
take
becomes
on,
so prohibitive in
take
the
these
United
things
States
away, shall not
that companies
make my
move
father's
away.
house of trade. Oh yeah, he was that's when he was throwing out the money changers. I mean, I think my take is probably pretty normal. You know, that's based. Throw out the money changers? Is that anti-Semitism? He's mocking us. He really wants us to see it. Yeah. Here's my... Yeah. Sombrero, yeah.
And you can try to tariff them back, but all that does is artificially raise the price on Americans. Again, we're talking about affordability. There are trade-offs in economics. Autarky.
Yeah, do things feel fucking affordable right now, dude? Do things feel fucking affordable? You're talking about it's gonna artificially raise prices. How is that going for Americans right now? How's it going for, like, what is it, the 45 or so % of recent grads that don't have jobs? That graduated this year in May? How's that going for Americans, dude? This fucking
guy. It comes
guy.
with the fun feeling that everybody in America is making American product. It comes with the very large downside that your products are economically inefficient, they don't work as well, and you're not globally competitive.
Dude, shut up. Globally competitive. You know what makes us globally competitive? The fact that we have nukes and submarines. Okay? You ever think about that? What makes us globally competitive is everyone wants to do business in America because we're the most powerful. And if they want to tap into the American market, especially the American consumer market, they have to eat the fucking tariff. Okay, and those tariffs are what would allow those, what did he call them? Economic inefficiencies to actually be viable. And you might say, okay, well, there's dead weight loss because you're artificially creating a price floor for goods. Yeah, and you know who that really helps? First of all, we don't care about the market of the entire world. Because we are not the entire world. We care about how these things affect Americans first and foremost. America. We really don't have an obligation to this, like, global economy, global market. That is, like, so... Who cares, man? I care about America. I care about Americans. And if you don't think every other country is operating on the same principles, you'd be remiss. This guy's like, who still listens to this guy? This is like gobbledygook from like 2009, man.
All policies
Such an arrogant bastard. Yeah, he is.
It is also better for the American people, broadly speaking, to bring in...
Like, bro, you are talking to people that are not pro-free trade. It's not 2011 anymore, man. It's not. You just need horns and the look is complete. Dude. You are looking at a foreign agent.
The best from other countries. Now, how do you determine...
He's a spy.
...been the best? You can make, again, the case that the H-1B visa program is fatally flawed. It's not bringing in enough of the best. I will point out that many of our best founders in the United States are either immigrants or the children of immigrants who came in on H-1B visas or who came in just generally without an H-1B.
Okay, great. Look, I understand the thrust of the argument for visas. If there truly is a generational talent out there in the world, in the bumfuck sub-Saharan Africa or wherever, then yeah, let's bring them over. If it's truly someone that is absolutely, and I do mean this, absolutely exceptional, sure. If you can find the next Elon Musk, sure. That's great. Make him American and make him swear allegiance to America. No dual loyalty. The problem is not really visas or immigration on principle. It's how it's being used and how much of it is occurring. So, like, do not be, like, people always, it's always, they frame it as they're all in or you're all out. It's like, that's not really the crux of the problem, though. It's not the principle of visas or immigration that's the problem. The problem is the implementation. There are too many people, too many immigrants, too many visa holders. And it's detracting from Americans. If you have, like, a person that's going to come here, start a very successful business that we didn't otherwise have or weren't otherwise capable of, that's great. It creates 10,000 more jobs for Americans. That's great. But that's not what's happening. So, like, the whole framing of this is just wrong. And that's not really people's criticism of visas or immigration. So, stopped listening to him back in 2019. I don't even think he has much of an audience anymore. Brother, what's with the background music? Oh, I just have, dude, I just have the Arc Raiders soundtrack playing. I need, like, okay, I need, like, royalty-free, like, music or soundtrack, you know? I was using Skyrim before. Maybe this is more... I guess that was a little intense for Ben Shapiro. But I just don't want to get my shit copyright striked, you know? So, anyway, where were we?
H-1B visa through other forms of legal immigration. As students...
It goes hard. Dude, Arc Raiders, they cooked. They cooked, man. Arc Raiders, phenomenal. Phenomenal game. Zuchetto means little pumpkin.
And the reality is that maybe our screening procedures should be different, but we need to see specifics on what the screening procedures you're applying are that would allow for there to be, for example...
Yeah, I love it when people, like, when, like, a lot of, like, pagans go out and say, look at all these Catholics wearing yarmulkes. Like, you fucking ignorant retard. Don't you love that when pagans try to attack Christianity? Jesus was a Jew, Shut up.
Musk, American citizen, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Or the head of...
Why wouldn't the game music be copyrighted? Oh, because you can stream video games and, you know, they have deals. So, like, if I were to go to, like, Spotify or whatever, most video game music, like, yeah, it's copyrighted, but your shit's not gonna get, like, muted, you know? But if I go and I play like, I don't know, like Taylor Swift or something, my stream would probably get muted, or could get copyright striked or whatever. So. Anyway. Damn, MGood, I think you're like 5 minutes behind.
Google. Sundar Pichai, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Or the head of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Now you can say that maybe if those people didn't exist, there would be an American who just did that job. But that is now living in the realm of theory. It is not living in the realm.
Okay, I'll tell you reality when, as according to Fox News of all places, just displayed 80% of the H-1Bs are going to entry-level jobs or junior-level jobs. You have strippers and janitors and Uber drivers coming in on H-1B visas. Not exactly the founders of multi-billion-dollar companies, huh? Dude, this guy fucking sucks, man.
Reality. Brain draining other countries is also a good thing for America in terms of our own global competitiveness. There are...
Wait, where's Louise? House has officially voted to end the shutdown, awaiting President Trump's signature. Well. We got strippers coming in? Yeah. More H-1Bs? That's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe that's how we get women to be against immigration, is if we just tell them they're all like Eastern European supermodels or something that are coming in on visas and immigration. Anyway. Yeah, what a disaster for the Trump admin. What a disaster. Yeah, we saw that already.
You can't be like, hey, nigger! Yeah. No, we can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say shit like that. Oh, camping faggot? Okay. What's up? Yeah! And what's up? What's up? What's up? Here we go. Ready for this? You ready for that? Hey, what's up, bitch? What's up? What's up? What's up, pussy? Ready for this? You ready for this? You ready for that? Are you ready for that? You can't be like, hey, nigger!
Yeah, so true. I wonder what they're going to be playing. Are they going to be playing Among Us? Yeah, you were 2 minutes behind. Yeah, I could tell when you were talking about Kippas. I'm like, oh no. Interesting. The hand movements do not line up with the gameplay.
Like that. Yeah! And what's up? What's up? What's up? Here we go. Ready for this? You ready for that? Hey, what's up, bitch? What's up? What's up? What's up?
That's crazy. Does he have an intern Goiper under his desk playing for him? I thought he played on controller.
What's up, pussy? Ready for this? You ready for this? You ready for that? Are you ready for that?
We need a hand cam. We need a hand cam. Arc Raiders for sure. Dude, well, Arc Raiders is a 3-player game. And let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how they're gonna play Arc Raiders, a 3-player game with 5 people. What the fuck? Oh, did Steam announce their console? Bruh. That's no moon. Ah, jeez. Ching is being invited. Make it 6. I was just making a guess. I don't know what they're gonna play. I think, what do they say? With 5 people, what can they play? Among Us, maybe? Damn, I got a headache. Sheesh. Yeah, dude. Ben Shapiro. Really? So true, Red 5. Valve officially reveals the Steam Machine, console-type machine that plays your Steam games. Over 6x the power of the Steam Deck. 4K 60 FPS with FSR. Okay, that's upscaling. 2 terabyte Steam OS. And install Windows. Yeah, just buy a PC. Maybe COD. But I think COD has only parties. You didn't get a party size? No, I think probably COD actually. Probably be Call of Duty. I think you do party sizes larger than 4 people. I don't think you can do that in Battlefield. I think it's capped at 4. At least in your squad. Fall Guys kind of isn't popular anymore? Nah. How that kid doing? Which kid? Oh, Ching? I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him in a minute. He goes offline for long periods of time. I don't know what he's up to right now. Bro, why? Dude. What's Russian Cosmos doing here, man? What the fuck is this? You trust in the plan? This fucking goober. Yeah. That's funny.
Shit like that, or like they'll be like, a Jew is allowed to lie to a non-Jew. It's like, what the fuck?
That says that in.
But you're Jewish.
I'm not Jewish.
Yeah, you are.
You are Jewish, Nico.
You are.
The 5 feminists versus you, I think is going to take place on the 12th.
12th?
Yeah.
Okay, what day is that?
I believe it's a Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Wait, does that work for him? Yeah, doesn't work for him, though.
Dude, I don't know, dude. Like, ever since you came into my life, just things get better.
Really? Usually it's the opposite.
All right, Nick. I'll see you later.
All right, God bless, buddy. Take it easy.
Bless.
Bye.
I love, bro, Chad. He's such a W. I don't care, bro. Like, Chad. Yeah, he has a pass. I got a pass. Like, we all got passes, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like that's, I don't know, bro.
Dude, this is gonna be such good content. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this stream in 50 minutes. Nick is such a Chad. Dude, they're like... Wait, which picture? I don't even... Oh, this one, yeah. They just pick, like, the most awful pictures, man. New York Times Corper is real. Ugh. Millennials and boomers know how to get their... Dude. Okay. Okay. All right. I like how he threw millennials in there. Millennials and boomers. Okay, man. Yeah. All right. MAGA now means we need millions more of these people in our country. Bro. Yeah. 5,000 likes, by the way.
When I wear that Star of David, that shit means something. If your country gets out of line, we're gonna blow you off the face of the earth until not even a lizard can survive for the next 10,000 years. I want it gone. All of it. I want you gone. I want it.
What's wrong with this guy?
Eviscerated off the face of this earth. If it was up to me, I'd be in the pilot's nest with a red bandana on, and I would die 20,000 deaths to blow up one single building that might have a terrorist in it. And I would do it forever. With a smile on my face.
Yo, Action Man, this is Battle Man from the Gaza Strip. The situation is hella critical. The Yiddish goblins are advancing and we are hitting them back. Hamas needs you here.
What the fuck? Yeah, he was trying to aura farm, it didn't really work for him. Bro, what the fuck? They even took the Kennys from us and turned them gay and Jewish. Yeah. You own nothing and you'll be happy, right? Okay, that's kind of cook. That's kind of cook. Like a movie. Data shows U.S. college seniors studying computer science outperform their foreign counterparts by almost a standard deviation. Indian college seniors rank as the weakest performers. I'm shocked, I tell you. Absolutely shocked. That was from a year ago, too. That's when, right around the time, Vivek and Elon had that explosion on Americans for wanting our government to put Americans first. $2,000 tariff check would be for those making less than 100 grand. Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's awesome, man. Take a look at Kick. Oh, I'm not... Dude, it always signs you out. Who the fuck are these people? I think most of these people... Well, I think a lot of people are view-botting on this website.
But it only went this way because motherfuckers are trying to blatantly disrespect me. Like, come on, bro. I really got a text of him saying I can edit anyone's views on Kick to whatever the fuck I want. Motherfucker, obviously, though. Duh. Like, duh.
All right,
so,
boys.
I'm just like, I'm just going to tell you guys what's going to happen. I'm going to be shadow banned. I'm going to have the treatment for standing up for people. By the way, I do want to say, let me go to my face cam real quick. My fault. No, not a clip. I got a screenshot. I have a screenshot of a text because motherfuckers want to call me crazy all the time. I do want to say, I shout out to every single person, all these streamers that hit me up saying thank you. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, shout out to these people, bro. Sneeko, Rampage. Shout out to everybody, bro. All y'all that have been texting me, thank you. Without my community, without these people in my chat right now, without my friends, there's no kick. Without Bruce Job Moff, there's no kick. Without XQC, there's no kick. Without Train, there's no kick. And that's just how it is. And I'm not going to sit here and get blatantly disrespected. I told you guys Friday, we're doing a 6ix9ine stream on Twitch. And I'm doing the Cardi show on Twitch as well this weekend. So I'm letting y'all know my views are obviously going to be capped. They got to try to prove a point. But I'm gonna speak on the situation. I'm going to pull up everyone's tweets. I'm going to talk about it. But one thing I'm not going to do is sit here and take blatant disrespect when I have text. I have proof of everything. I have literally proof of everything. You guys call me crazy all you want. It's just stupid. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. And obviously the tweet made a lot of people mad. I'm getting texts by a lot of people that, whatever. You're mad because I spoke facts in a tweet.
The guy wanted glass Israel.
The moment
I don't know, some
Steak
streamer, some kick streamer.
When the moment that
I think affiliated with Ice Poseidon or something.
Knows, the moment Aiden left Steak is the moment KCIP dropped 80%. Facts. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. You guys all.
I don't think he was talking about glassing Israel. I think he was talking about glassing Palestine.
It's a targeted thing. And I didn't leave Steak. Let me correct myself. I got dropped from Steak. Straight up.
I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention though.
Straight up. You bot? If you guys really think that Kick itself doesn't bot, if Twitch itself doesn't bot, you're a moron. You're an absolute moron. I've been very vocal about that. Everyone knows I've been vocal about that. Everything's fucking botted. Why are you all surprised?
Yeah, everybody's botting,
you go on Twitch
man.
right now. You go on Kick right now. Every single.
I literally just said that, man.
85-90% of streamers are botted. It's just facts. I don't know why anyone's even surprised. I'll vocally admit that. Of course, it's all botted.
Chat. Are you guys bots? Are you guys bots?
Fucking viewers.
Where my bots at?
A Discord call with Sweater and no, man, I'm not gonna do that. Hey, I did ride their dick though. But everyone in the comm knows it. There's nothing to hide from my community. That's why I love this shit. Like when these Twitch streamers get caught view botting and shit, they have poof faces and shit. I don't give a fuck. Kick itself is inflated, but it's not just Kick. The music industry does it. Twitch does it. Everybody, guys, everything's inflated. I'm sorry to break it to you guys. It's just how the world is. That's just the way the world is. There's nothing to prove to anybody. But I will say, shout out to all the streamers that are holding their ground and understanding why it's fucked up. I was told yesterday on a call that brand risk, I had a legit anywhere from 50 to 75,000 viewers. And no matter what, if I have those many viewers, I can't be upped. Meaning I'm getting the maximum capacity. That's wrong. That's going to unincentivize somebody to stream. If I'm getting 50 to 75,000 viewers, right? Or let's just say, whatever. How does that make any sense? Convi, you fell off. I don't know why the fuck you're even in here. You made a little tweet. Your shit, you're cooked. Yeah, I'm sorry. We all fell off, bro. I'll be real. It's not even you.
It's Pakistan, but you bloody mother. You bloody mother.
The issue I have is not with KPP. Eddie knows how to run Kick. Eddie's great at what he does. I spoke with Eddie. He's been off Twitter. He's been locked in on other shit. Me making a tweet, me making a statement, Sneeko saying shit, it made him tweet back, right? And I love that. And I told Eddie on the phone last night, I said, bro, you're the CEO of Kick. You got to be tweeting. You got to be doing what you're doing. Your weekly streams. And I don't hate Eddie. I love Eddie. Guess what? When I was banned and I had nowhere to stream, Eddie was giving me my deal that he's always given me. And that's one thing I'll be grateful for. But remember, I'm not a snake. I'm loyal as fuck. I got dropped from Stake. And I need to make that very clear. When I got dropped from Stake, that's when my KPP got lowered. Okay? And by the way, my KPP just didn't get lowered. Go ask all your favorite streamers that stream on Kick. All their shit did. Okay? All their shit did. Chat, on my mother and my father's life, I got dropped from Stake. On my mother and my father's life. I could die right now. I'm kidding. On my mom, my dad, I got dropped. He'll tell you. I got no reason to lie to you guys. XQC did it. He's multi-streaming. Of course, he's not gonna notice a big difference. He's multi-streaming. Asmongold as well. They're multi-streaming. If you're an exclusive streamer to Kick, ask them. Your favorite streamers that exclusively stream on Kick, all of their KPP has dropped significantly. Interesting. It's not just me. It's
serverless bot in an Amazon club.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have it. Yeah, Los did. I've been talking to Los all day about it. I've been speaking to Los all day about it. Los has told me he might go back on Twitch. So you guys can say what you want to say about it. I know you guys are the viewers, and to us, it's just like you guys just we look like a bunch of like literal like lesbian bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I get it.
Bobs.
I'm grateful as fuck. You guys changed my life forever, and I'll always be grateful for you. But let's be real here, bro. Like, if I can make the same amount, no, sorry. If I can make more money going in my backyard with a boombox with Schnaggy Hosen sweater and Marky than fucking Islam and Khabib and a Playboy Cardi show and a 6ix9ine show and a brand risk,
Jew?
There's an issue.
Yeah, Aiden Ross is Jewish.
You guys are laughing. You guys are laughing.
We'll code for Bobbin Machine. Please, sir.
The crutch I didn't like though was the Viewbot thing, right? Like that tweet he made me upset because it's like,
yeah, Aiden's about to do a collab with Nick, Cheeser, Clavicular, and Cuff'em.
He's right about that, by the way. Everything's fucking botted. But I promise you, there's no way, like, I can't sit there and see myself saying, like, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys and say everyone here is not botting, whatever. But everything's inflated.
What is Aiden's content nowadays, anyway?
Do you really think that I've fucking been average? You guys think I got 100,000 viewers in 2023 on Kick? When there was no app? It's been botted. It's been botted.
Gambling.
Because he knows. You're a funny guy. You know this shit been botted, bro.
Spider.
Eddie, listen. Kick is too far. You guys have done it. This shit's worth billions. You're never gonna sell it. I get it. But you need to fix the platform.
Thursday's lying out of his ass. Wait, about what? About view botting?
When I leave Stake, it drops 80%. You call it the bots. You've been doing KP.
What are you talking about?
You could have patched the bots month 1, month 2.
He's one of he's one of the good ones. What's he lying about? Seems like he's telling the truth. Dude, everybody knows.
You need to have a new
everybody knows people bot. Not just on Kick, but on Twitch.
You know that.
Sometimes it's the streamer doing it, sometimes it's the website doing it, sometimes it's the sponsor doing it. There's really not a lot of control, you know, not a lot of ways to quality control that or gatekeep the bots, you know.
I got paid and Kick is worth, let's just say $2-3 billion. It's not overpaid. If anything, I was underpaid. So, for example, let's just say I made $100 million on Kick in my pockets, and Kick tomorrow could sell for $2-3 billion. I was not overpaid.
He gambles with free money and promos yeah, like that's not good.
But yeah, that's the.
He had a Stake sponsorship. I don't know. I guess he doesn't have that anymore though. That's what he's talking about.
I love to see you active on Twitter, bro. It's good. You haven't tweeted in 3 months. Do your weekly streams, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get on it, man. You're the CEO of Kick, multi-billion-dollar company. Stake, tens of billion-dollar company. You know what I'm saying, bro?
He's sipping on coffee.
In my chat, and I said it before. I'll say it again. You have my back when I was banned, bro. You have my back when I was
He's gonna be up all night.
Or even disrespect you in any type of way, but what you're doing right now, I don't agree with it, bro. And I'm not the only streamer, bro. All right, I'm not the only streamer. You got Rampage, you got me, you got Los. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change it, bro. You gotta pass this shit up, bro. This shit not right. I'm going broke, man. I got mortgages to pay, I got bills to pay and shit. Like, goddamn, bro. I went from making millions, bro. You fucked me up, bro. I'm going back to Twitch. Folded already? I'm going to Twitch. I told Eddie that. He supported me, by the way. He says I'm a fan and I you know, a fan first. So I'm going to Twitch. He knows I'm going to Twitch. What am I trolling about, Combi? We will defeat the bots. Motherfucker, you're supplying them. You're supplying them. You're the one with the bots. You got
That's
the,
crazy.
What are you talking about? It's you.
It needs some Alex Jones Zoomer sponsors.
Huh? You know you are. But it ain't just you. Over on Twitch,
maybe you can get a nice like
don't act like Eddie.
sponsorship from Qatar Airways or something.
You're supplying them, bro. You're the supplier.
All right, boys.
It's like you're the drug dealer, bro. We're going to you.
I'm gonna call it there though. I'm losing steam. I'm hungry. I want to eat dinner. Nick is going live in about 30 minutes. I think he'll be on Kick.
When the fuck was the last time I was homepage?
I guess he's just gonna be on Aiden's stream then. So Nick will be live with Aiden Ross and Cheeser, Clavicular, and Cuff'em in about 30 minutes. So, and then of course he said he'll do a stream later. But thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you. Don't forget to like the stream, comment, subscribe, follow all my socials. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is MAGA dead, or can we still salvage this? one song, it's time. Next time. I'll play it next time. I got a headache. I gotta go offline. All right, boys. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow. Probably around the same time. What? Maybe I did. You couldn't leave your usual comment in the last vid? Wait, why not? You don't care about us. Oh, boo. Your free show didn't have a song. Boo hoo. The free show didn't play your favorite song. Boo fucking hoo. Alright. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a headache for like 24 hours. I could take a leave, but I don't want to. Anyway, good night, everyone. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take it easy.